Welcome back to WJZ at 9. I am with Annie Applegarth and Elijah Kurtz. Both have management functions here at the Bromo Seltzer Tower and Clock. Let me explain why we're here, and then we'll be talking. People always come up to K2 and I. This is legit, folks. And the number one question we get is, what are your favorite places you've ever done on Where's Marty? Am I right, Kay? So what we're doing this week, we're taking you back to our, K2's behind the camera, our 5 favorite places. And right off the top, it's the Clock on top of the Bromo Seltzer Tower. Eliza, 3 years ago, we were here.
That's right. I remember. It was a good time.
It was a good time. Annie, 3 years ago, we were here.
I was here with you. Yes, sir.
And Annie dressed up for us. That is Bromo Seltzer Blue. Very nicely done. Nicely done indeed. So if you're driving by the Bromo Seltzer Clock Tower, is it the Bromo Seltzer Tower and Clock or Clock Tower?
Bromo Seltzer Arts Tower is the name.
The official name.
Yes.
And this is the clock on top of the Arts Tower. You're going to notice it has incorrect time because that is the actual clock mechanism, and it's being worked on.
That's right. We're in the middle of some repairs and upgrades to our winding system right now. So the clock's currently off, but we're hoping to have it fixed up soon and better than ever.
Yeah, so if you see it, don't think to yourself, it's broken. It's undergoing some really specific maintenance.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, it's important. We need to upgrade the winding system so the clock can keep running, and it doesn't have to be manually wound the way it would have been in the old days.
Exactly. Now, it's also lit up at night.
Oh, yes.
Last night I noticed it was purple. There are LED lights that show through all 4 faces now.
Absolutely, and we can change the colors based on whether the Orioles are winning or the Ravens are winning or it's Heart Health Awareness Month, anything. We often get requests.
Breast Cancer Awareness
Yes,
Month.
exactly.
Pink, whatever.
We get requests from City Hall. If they're lit up a certain color, we want to light up a certain color as well.
That is really cool. The Bromo Seltzer Arts Tower. How many artists are in this building?
We have about 25 artists in the building right now, so we're completely full.
And coming up next half hour, you're going to meet one of the artists that calls this incredibly historic Baltimore structure home. Thanks for hosting us. Now our 3rd time. We really appreciate it.
Yes.
Excellent indeed. Steve Sosna is in the WJZ At. Super Steve Sosna.
Marty
Bass.
Bass.
Got to come up here and visit this one day, and next half hour, we're going to tell you how you can do it. Steve, go ahead and take it away.
Yeah, Marty Bass, I have a question for you, though. So you've done this now for 3 years. All right, pull out the dream board and think big. If you were going to do your next Where's Marty and it was the ultimate fantasy, what would you be doing? I have you stumped, don't
we'd be going live from St. Bart's. What's the ultimate fan? Good morning, K2 and I are in Gustavia Harbor. We're in St. Bart this morning. Welcome to WJZ at 9.
I have some advice for you. Keep drinking those mocktails because I don't think that one's going to happen. All right, my brother. Thank you and good job as always. Yeah, we are.
And Arts Tower is a pretty big deal about the Bromo Seltzer Tower where the famous clock is. Jim Conyers joins us. You're one of the artists here.
That's correct.
You've been here for about a year. You do these great photographs. You're a photographer.
Yep. I've been a photographer for about 20 years.
So when you tell folks that you're in the Bromo Seltzer Arts Tower, do they ask about the clock?
Almost every time. They're like, oh, that's the clock tower. Do you get to go up there?
And you say?
Sometimes Eliza lets me come up here and play.
So the first time you walked up here, it is a wow moment.
It is. It's kind of breathtaking. Although I will say, seeing other photos and coming into it, the perspective was a little different.
How so, real quick?
When you see the photos online, it looks really, really big, and then I realized, they're using a much wider lens to give a bigger sense of space. Don't get me wrong, it is big.
Another quick question. Have you ever come up here and done a photo shoot?
With Eliza, actually, for a project I was working on last year.
Cool. Hey, Jim, thanks for joining us.
It was my pleasure.
We appreciate you. Great work. Great Baltimore work. Eliza Kurtz, Annie Applegarth, thanks again for hosting us.
We love having you here. Come back anytime.
Yeah.
Come back tomorrow.
We will come back. But there are tourists. You can come here. Tell them how.
Every Saturday, we are open from 11 to 4. You can come in, you can meet artists, and they're in their studio space. You can visit our museum, and you can come up to see Eliza in the clock tower, who will be giving tours.
Every Saturday from 11 to 4.
11 to 4. Tickets are $8 to see the clock room.
And it all goes to the
Back to the building. Back to help us run the building.
out of sight. Hey, thanks again for hosting us. Got about 30 seconds left. Kate, come on in here real quick. Again, we are going to locations that folks ask us about. They always ask us.
They always ask us.
So we have picked our top 5 locations. Tomorrow we're going to New Heights.
Natty.
You gave it away.
They'll still be here. Don't worry about it. They don't know which Natty, though. They know Natty, but they don't know which Natty.
Working with him, folks, it's an adventure every day. It makes roller coasters look tame. Back to TV Hill.